George, come on, we'll meet in O'Connor in half an hour.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, George, listen to this. Sagittarius. With the planetary changes now occurring, a good day for dealing with bureaucracy and any legal matters.
Doesn't say anything about conspiracy charges, does it?
Any legal matters, it says. It's my... George, look at the state of you.
Yeah, I couldn't help it, love. Nerves. It'll stop before I'm in court.
It looks like it used a broken bottle. Come here. Oh, hey, look what you've done.
What?
It's all down your collar, look.
What's that fussing? It won't show.
Go and get it changed. Go on, we haven't got long.
Come on, my beauties.
George, we're supposed to be there early. God help us.
What?
A black shirt. You can't wear a black shirt.
Well, it's not still trickling blood everywhere. At least it won't show in this.
Oh, what's that barrister going to think, eh? And that judge, you look like a flaming gangster.
A gangster, me?
They wear black shirts and light-coloured ties. I don't want you condemned before we start. Go and get it changed.
I haven't got any others in white. Should I wear a red one?
Oh, that'll look just as bad.
Well, there's a green one, but that makes me look sick, you reckon?
Of all mornings.
Well, can't we call in at Terry's on the way there?
Borrow one, you mean?
Yeah, come on, I'll go as I am.
Oh, no. We can't rely on him. Do you think he'll have a clean white shirt when he's been on his own in that place for over a week? I've never seen him in one anyway.
Well, it'll have to be this, then.
No. I'll borrow one off Annabelle.
Of Paul Collins?
Well, he's about your size.
I'd sooner look like Al Capone.
Well, you're not. I'll try and do something about that flaming bleeding.
What's this?
For the moment, a lantern factory.
You have to do it in here.
Where else is there?
Could try the kitchen.
Too light and too cold. The sculptor needs perfect conditions.
But they stink. Could you not use your room?
There isn't room to swing a lantern in there.
Can I blow them out?
If you prefer the smell of burnt wax to roast turnip, alternatively, we could swap rooms. I'll take them up there then.
No.
Oh, I've been done on this move.
Why?
In the last place, my room was twice as big at least, just because I moved in late.
What before anyway?
You're changing the subject.
I'm not moving. We're for the Halloween do on Saturday.
Correct. It's a favour for the big boss administrator. Saying if I had more room upstairs, I wouldn't have to risk leaving stuff in a van.
Who's cooking? Halloween mask. Oh, what a lovely smell.
Hey, get off. These vegetarians eat anything.
Are we having a Halloween party? It smells more like bonfire night do to me.
Yeah, funny you should say that, Kate. That was just going through my mind. Soft lights, sweet music, meet the neighbours.
You want a party here?
Next Wednesday. Don't be late. All in favour, say aye.
No.
No?
Thanks. You shouldn't have ironed it special.
Oh, but I wanted you to have that particular shirt. Paul wore it for his last interview. His successful one.
Oh, did he?
Well, it could prove to be a good lap charm.
I'll tell George. I always think you shouldn't go into anything like, you know, today without some sort of charm.
Well, afraid it's only a shirt. I hope everything goes well for you. I didn't know whether you wanted me to go with you.
No, you've done enough already. I'll see you.
I'll be thinking of you. All the best.
George!
Stop bleeding.
God, with the flaming taxi.
Where's O'Connor?
We're meeting him there.
Oh, forget that, Maria. I'll give you the lift down there.
No, you won't.
What?
You needn't bother. We've ordered a taxi.
Yeah, but it'll save you the money.
It would have saved me a lot more if you and Grantslad hadn't introduced my husband to criminals. George, taxi's here. Come on.
Oh, we half dressed.
You can do it on the way. Come on.
Do you want me to go with you?
No thanks. We can manage.
Do you want me to pick the kids up from school?
Yeah, okay.
Tell him he can give them their tea and all. Come on,
All right.
Why all this sort of democracy, eh? I didn't notice any when it came to who got what bedrooms.
First in, first choice.
Oh, great. Look, Sam, what's wrong with an housewarming party?
Yeah, come on, Sandra, it'll be fun. We should get to know the neighbours.
It's not a good idea.
Why?
Every other party you've been involved in has been a disaster.
Look, this'll be different, Sam. It's for the neighbours.
What if Mr. and Mrs. Cross find out? Especially old Harold Hartley. And we'll be out. I think the tenancy agreement was written by Mary Whitehouse.
So we'll give a copy to each guest.
There's hundreds of them.
You're not in court one.
Tackle a fire in here, all these corridors.
Oh, never mind that. Help us look. What's this, Regina?
Regina, look. Regina's the Queen. The Queen against all of us lot.
Here you are, Court 8. Regina v. Jackson. Oh, George. The Queen against us.
Before Judge Hamilton Brown. Don't like the sound of him.
I didn't know it was that.
What, love?
You know the Queen.
Surely it's not first. Let's find this court.
Yeah, Richard, got some mints.
No thanks.
Stand to one side, please.
Do you think that's him?
Don't know, love. Just wish it was all over.
Ah, there you are. And just in time. Right. Like to follow me?
Hello.
How are you?
So this is what the fuss is all about.
Fuss?
From my husband. He has an aversion to your van.
Hey, ambulance, please. I couldn't see her scrapped. Not after a years of service to the community. That's a bit like rescuing a pit pony from the slaughterhouse. Well, there's years in her yet. Have you, come to complain?
Oh, no, not at all. I was, wondering if I could borrow a cup of sugar?
Oh, be my guest. My fellow talents will oblige.
No, I meant metaphorically.
You know, I think we can manage Silver Spoon.
No, what I meant was...
Oh, no. Pat Hancock. Mrs. Collins, isn't it?
Annabelle.
Annabelle. Yeah, I like that.
It was my grandmother's name.
See, we've known each other a minute, and you trust me enough to tell me your life story.
All stand. All persons who have anything to do before the Crown Court, draw near and give your attendance.
Put up George Edward Jackson. Is your name George Edward Jackson?
Yes, sir.
George Edward Jackson, you stand charged on indictment with conspiracy contrary to the Theft Act of 1968. The particulars of the offence being that between the 1st day of August and the 8th day of August 1984, in the county of Merseyside, you conspired with others unknown to burgle the premises of Carson's Bonded Warehouse, Liverpool. To this indictment, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
How long was the fire service in attendance?
About 4 hours in all.
And was Jackson present throughout this period?
I believe so, but I had other duties to perform, transferring stock from the fire-damaged warehouse to an adjacent store.
And did you speak to him again, after, as you've told us, he was abusive?
I made the same request, yes. Then he got on his high horse.
Mr. Travis, just answer the questions, if you would.
Did you have cause to speak to Jackson a third time?
Yes, when he and the others were leaving.
What did you say?
I asked if he and the others would line up for a search by myself and those officers under my command.
Why did you make such a request?
It's routine. All tradesmen, etc., are searched before leaving. Our stock at any time can amount to hundreds of thousands of pounds worth.
And what was the defendant's reaction to this request?
He swore at me.
And was he searched?
Yes.
By who?
I searched him.
And did you speak to him as you searched?
He spoke to me.
What did he say?
He was insulting about me and my security force. Damned insulting.
Can you be more specific?
He said we were fools to move the cigarettes and spirits from the damaged premises to a wooden building close by. Said we'd be lucky if it stayed there for long.
Do you recall exactly what he said?
I made a note of it shortly after.
Why did you do that?
Because I'd considered reporting him to his superiors.
I see. And what did he say?
He said, I hope those ciggies and booze choke you. That's if they're still there by next week.
And that is your complete note of what he said?
Not quite. He said, you risk my mates' lives keeping this lot safe. It would serve you right if they all got robbed.
Thank you, Mr. Travis.
All right. I saw the car. What are you doing?
I'm washing up.
I mean, ear soft. I thought you'd be down at court.
Well, they didn't want me down there, did they? Come in.
Why didn't they want you to go?
I don't know.
I told Celia you were down there, Ted. I mean, I'm working my flaming arms off down at that shop. Haven't you got time to go and get me mum a birthday presents?
Look, I'm sorry, Barry. I just don't feel like working. Not till I know how it's going with George.
Well, look, there's nothing we can do to help, Teddy. Nothing at all.
Look, Michelle's been having another go at me. She reckons we should shop Victor.
She's just panicking, that's all. George will be back down the Swan tonight playing his guitar. Suspended sentence. He won't even get that.
And what if he does?
Teddy, I've told you, suspended. I mean, he's a fireman, isn't he? Working class hero. You get more for not having a telly licence.
You don't have to live with them.
Look, I've told you, he'll be all right.
I hope so.
And do you recall what you discovered in Mr. Jackson's pockets?
Personal effects, wallet, loose change.
No notes or diagrams?
No.
Now, these remarks of Mr. Jackson's, I put it to you, Mr. Travis, that your version of what was said was motivated by your annoyance with Mr. Jackson when he failed to carry out your request earlier that day, when you asked him to avoid damaging the cigarettes.
That is not true.
I also put it to you that your note of the remarks made by Mr. Jackson, allegedly made by Mr. Jackson, that they were not made until such times as you were interviewed by the police, subsequent to the burglary.
No.
No further questions, my lord.
Thank you, Mr. Westbrook. Mr. Laraway?
No further questions, my lord. Call Colin Arthur Dunn.
Colin Arthur Dunn?
That's the pig I used to work with down at the Swan.
How does it sound to you?
George would never say things like that.
Don't fellas like him have wives and kids?
Mr. Dunn, you are well used to seeing relatively large amounts of cash. Could you tell the court how much you saw change hands?
I don't know. A lot.
Which denomination of notes?
Eh?
Were they £1 notes, £5 notes, £10?
Oh, loads of 20s.
I see. And would you be able to tell roughly what amount of cash changed hands in banknotes?
300 or 400 quid, something like that.
You flaming liar, Dunn. 50 quid, I got no more.
Mr. Jackson.
He's been told to say that. Somebody's put him up to this.
Mr. Jackson, you will refrain from interrupting. Mr. Westbrook, would you tell the defendant that he will have his opportunity to give evidence?
My lord.
Marie, what's the matter?
They're saying what they like in there. They're putting up liars. What chance has he got, eh?
Marie, this is just the prosecution part. He hasn't had his say yet.
What am I going to do? If he gets sent away?
Why?
But what if he is?
Marie, don't get like this, please. You've kept him going. I can't help it. No, if the worst comes to the worst, we can appeal. The solicitor said so. I know it costs, but we'll find the money, honest. I'll be all on my own. No husband. Like I was when my mum died. Like my mum was. Marie, we've got to go back in there. Show we're with him, behind him.
You must see customers with large amounts of money from time to time. Why should you recall the fact that Jackson was in possession of such a large sum?
He told me.
He told you? What did he say?
Said he had a nice little job on the side, checking fire precautions in some club uptown, and that he got paid up front.
Did he say which club?
No.
Did you ask him?
Yeah.
Did he tell you?
No, he said it was between him and the customer.
Now, who do you suppose he meant by the customer?
The man he was sitting with. Don't want to give him the money.
Did you know this man, the customer?
No.
Had you ever seen him before the evening in question?
No.
Or since?
Oh, no.
Now, let me turn to this matter of fire precautions. Jackson told you that he'd been asked by this person to undertake a fire precautions check at a club in town.
Yeah.
You are, I take it, an experienced barman.
Been doing it 9 years.
Have you ever worked in clubs?
Quite a few, yeah.
And have you ever been involved in fire precaution checks or surveys?
With respect, my lord, are we to take it my learned friend has called Mr. Dunn as an expert witness on fire precaution surveys?
I'm sure that is not Mr. Laraway's intention.
If the court will bear with me, my lord.
Very well. Please continue.
I'm much obliged, my lord. Have you ever been involved in fire precaution checks or surveys?
Oh, I've shown the fire bobbies round a few times, you know, so they can do reports.
You say a few. Do you recall exactly how many times?
4, I think.
4 times. And on any of these occasions, have you ever paid these firemen?
Not at all.
Could you tell the court why not?
Well, it's free, innit? Doesn't cost a penny.
No further questions, my lord? Please, stay in the box, Mr. Dunn.
Now, Mr. Dunn,
I think this might be an appropriate time to adjourn for today. I must remind you, Mr. Dunn, that you are still under oath and that you must on no account discuss the case outside this courtroom.
All stand.
Pat!
Don't tell me he's gone out. You said we clean up in here.
Pat!
Yes?
Oh, you fool! I nearly had heart failure.
Look at the state of a idiot.
Where did you get it?
Not funny scaring people like that.
Oh, you've seen her before. Don't you remember your first anatomy course?
It's one of the expensive ones. Where did you get it from?
One of the medics. He's paying me 20 quid to assemble it. What do you think of it so far?
Rubbish!
The things you do for money.
Need it for a bit, yeah? Should go down well at our Halloween do, eh?
Oh, not that again.
I'm sorry, ladies. It's fixed. I've asked Annabelle.
Who?
The lady next door.
Oh, that's definitely no party.
Did you have to?
Well, why not?
We were supposed to vote.
Well, I mean, she's not the sort of person you'd usually ask to your parties.
She's okay. And our old man don't like the van outside. Look, we've got to keep him with the neighbours, eh, Sand?
Well, I vote we vote.
But I've already invited her.
And uninvite her.
You did jump the gun, Pat.
Well, look, sleep on it then.
Okay, the bus comes at 10 past.
Bye.
You rang about. You ain't said to ride a Viv.
Viv?
It's short for Vivian. I'm only humble porter, you know, playing safe. I mean, how do I know how many ribs we're supposed to have? I mean, what sex is he?
What do you wish? You're not supposed to tell. Go on. I wish me dad. I wish he gets off. So do I. Did you hear that, Terry?
What?
We both wish the same. That me dad gets off.
You'll be all right. Better get rid of that stuff before your mum comes home.
I wish me dad gets off. When are they coming home?
I don't know.
You know if me dad doesn't come home, will you come and stay here, Terry? Will you?
Be soft, lads.
We're home.
Dad!
Oh, I'm glad to see you, Pet.
Oh, was you like that? Did you have a wig on?
Hey, upstairs, you two. Give your dad a rest.
Oh, Mum.
Go on.
Congratulations, George.
You what?
You got off.
Got off? Got off?
Do you think we'd be like this, eh, if he'd got off?
Terry, they're only halfway through the prosecution.
Sorry, but you coming home and... How did it go then?
How did it go? If you want to know, Terry, it didn't.
Not very well.
So you can tell that to your mate.
Yeah, and you can tell him his other mate, McCardle, isn't content to drop me in it, but he's fixing his trial as well.
What?
Now, read the papers.
You come back to flat then?
Ah, things may not have gone as well as expected today, but tomorrow should be better. Right, George, get that shirt off.
Right.
We've been living with this for weeks. We're going to go in that court tomorrow with every good luck charm we've got, including Paul Collins' shirt.
Don't be soft.
Well, I'm not going to sit around here moping. For starters, that shirt's getting washed and ironed. Oh, look, love. You're going to go in that court tomorrow and give them the facts. Put straight what them liars have said today.
Marie's right, you know, George. It isn't over yet.
Isn't it? You heard what was said.
And the jury heard what was said. Well, tomorrow they're going to hear the truth. George,